Hey everybody, I'm Cheryl Swift. That's the rock and roll. I'm here tonight with none other than Charlie Starr. How are you tonight?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. We're here in Peoria, Illinois.
Peoria.
It is cold here, like winter finally.
Yeah.
She decided it's January. Let's go for it.
It's the first snow I've seen.
Really? Yeah, we had flurries yesterday and today.
Yeah.
I see you have a new little addition.
I do. I've got a 1958 Les Paul Custom that a friend in Iron Mountain, Michigan gifted to me.
Wow.
And this is proof of the kindness and selflessness of people of our fans.
Yes.
It's crazy. I feel almost guilty to be holding it, but not too guilty. So
You're like, it's a little bit of guilt, but not so much that you're going to put it down, right?
It's just incredible.
Right. I need a guitar to cover up the dinner. Just kidding. I'm like, that guitar would work for me. So we're here tonight. I have to say, I know you know I'm a huge fan of the band. I first saw you guys. It's been, I think, almost 4 years ago. You were still touring with Zac Brown. And my friend drugged me to a show.
Yeah.
She drugged me there early. And you guys walked out, and I was like, oh my goodness.
You were like, what the hell?
I'm like, what am I doing here? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I was very happy. It was you and Levi, and it was a great night for me musically, because so much of my life for the last couple of years has come out of that night.
Yeah.
So now you're on your, you've moved away from that label, and you guys are touring. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is, what is it like? You're the most heavily touring band I know. Like, how many dates would you say you do a year?
Well, it varies. We've been known to do upwards of 200.
200. That's 200, he said.
250. I think that's where we maxed out for a couple of years. But we've slowed down a bit from that. We still do around 100 to 150. It's still a lot, but you can't keep up that breakneck pace for too long. So we definitely carve out time to be home.
Yes.
And we have to be productive and make records.
Right, right.
Like that, so.
And I have to say, this new record, man, I love it.
Thank you. I do too. I really. I mean, I love them all, but
I
this
do
one,
too.
This one feels really special. Just this batch of songs, I really am proud of, and we produced the record.
Yes.
It turned out exactly the way that I hoped that it would.
Yes.
It's a good one.
It is a good one. And it's also for me, right, how your writing, I think, I love that it's kind of rock edge to me. It feels a little more rockin'. I don't know really how to ever classify you to people. I always say you're country fried rock and roll. That's my take. And I love this CD also because Travis co-wrote, is it 3 songs?
2.
2, I'm sorry.
There's always at least one with him ever since the second record.
Yes.
I just love working with Travis so much, and I mean, we'll talk from time to time, and we don't ever really plan it. And usually it's just like he'll call me and say, "Hey man, I got an idea," or I'll call him and say, "Hey man, I got an idea," and we don't do it very often. It's just a song here and there, but they're always good.
They are always good.
I don't think Travis and I have any songs that we've written together that we've not recorded.
Really?
They're all good.
Yeah, I find him mesmerizing as well.
He is, and and every time that we write one, we'll say, "Man, we ought to do this more often." But we don't.
But we don't. But the ones you have done, I mean, he's on some of your greatest hits. I often will say to people, "Do you know who co-wrote that song?"
Yeah.
And I'm blessed that I run in circles with a lot of songwriters, so I know a lot of the things that most people I don't think always pay attention to unless they're really big fans.
Right.
And so knowing the co-writes that he has with you and the co-writes you have with, it's so interesting to me to see the friendships evolve and to see what you do as a songwriter with those things.
I often, when I think about songs that Travis and I wrote, singing them every night, and it'll sometimes when I'm thinking about it, because you don't ever want lyrics to become muscle memory.
Right.
Which they can. I mean,
right.
Especially when you're having to remember so many, but then there are some that just stick
in your crawl.
Into my brain.
Yes.
Like, I love this lyric so much. and Travis is good for those. And there are sometimes what I'm taking forever to get around to the point I'm trying to make is there are sometimes where I look back on it and then remember whose lyric is whose, and be like, oh, that's mine, or that's Travis's, or that. And that's really cool.
Yes. Well, anyway, I love the new album. I'm so excited because it's being played on KSHE in St. Louis.
That's
I almost
good.
wrecked my car with joy.
Yeah.
Because
I would too.
one of the things I'm mesmerized by is the volume of touring you do and the incredible fan base you have. I don't really know of many other bands who have the loyal fan base you have. What's that like for you as an artist to be at that level?
Well, we feel really, really fortunate that so many people are so dedicated, and they've shown it year after year, and so that has made being on the road so much throughout the year worth it, because we see these people that are happy, that are getting their money's worth.
Yes. Yeah, I've never left feeling like I didn't.
Right, and the only downside to that is there are some that will come and go, I came to 3 shows and you didn't play this song, and I'm like, oh, I wish that. Okay, sorry.
You're like, I wish I could do the catalog every night.
We'll get to it. Or they'll say, hey, you didn't play, or I really wanted to hear Free on the Wing. And they're like, we did it last night. Or,
Right. Well, you have an extensive catalog now. How many albums are you up to? 5.
5 studio albums.
Right.
And I'm not really on social media, so I don't get a lot of requests. Most of the song requests I hear about come from people in person. So.
Yes. And there are songs there, like There Ain't Much Left to Me. I know for me it has a certain meaning, but that's not how it was written. And Freedom Song, and Leave a Scar and One Horse Town. I mean, I love your lyrics because they're such good stories.
Thank you.
I'm all about the storytelling.
Yeah.
James Taylor, Merle Haggard, the quintessential storytellers of our time.
Yeah.
Charlie Starr, Travis Meadows.
Yeah. I hope to be mentioned in the same breath as one or more of those people. But I just love to do it. It's just it never gets old.
Yes. So there's the dedicated fan base, which, hello, brothers and sisters. You're appreciated. One of the things I appreciate about you as a fan, and now this tonight will be, I don't even know if I should say what number show this is.
You can say
17. I thought it was more, but it's 17.
Let's go with 20.
Okay, 20. It's 20. I'm sorry, I was wrong. Is how kind you are and how humble you are with your time, your efforts, the money you give to charity with the meet and greets. I love how humble you have stayed and how you are with people. It's really, I think musicians should use you guys as the bar.
Well, we just don't know any other way to be.
Lastly, what's on the horizon? You guys are getting ready to go to Europe.
We have a long European tour, and that'll be great because we love to do that. And then after that, or no, actually before we go to Europe, we'll do the Outlaw Sirius XM Outlaw Country Cruise.
Oh, that's right.
With Steve Earle and Lucinda. It's sold out, so sorry.
Sorry, but
If you didn't get tickets, but then also we have soon to be available a new live DVD. It's the time that we spent with Bob Weir in TRI Studios.
wow.
It's finally prepared for release, and we can't wait for people to see it and hear it. It's great.
That's really great. Well, I'm thankful for your music. It's meant a lot in my life.
Thank you.
4 years of, nonstop, following the band. And so, just thank you for sharing your soul with people night after night. You're so welcome. I'm Cheryl Swift, the Duchess of Rock and Roll. I'm here with Charlie Starr, mesmerizing musician that he is.
Aww.
We're here in Peoria. We're going to go in and get the show started, and we wish you all peace, love, and rock and roll.
Perfect.
Okay.